Alright, in this video we're going to go over some general information involving using your TI nspire to do some stat calculations, particularly to perform a two-sample t-test. The steps we use here will be useful for most of the stat tests that you might encounter. Alright. From your home page, so once you hit on, you'll see this display. We are going to go to one new document. Do I want to save changes from the previous document? In general, you can say no here. Alright. For lists and spreadsheets, that's where you will go most often. And in this spreadsheet, you're going to enter in whatever your data is. I'm using our data from problem number 3. We're dealing with our sitting and supine problem. So I'm putting my first list, list A. I'll come up here and title this sitting, simply spelling out sitting. And in list B, I'm going to name it supine. Alright. See if I can spell supine correctly. Okay, now simply entering in your data just like you would in Excel. 64, 44, so forth. Okay, going into list 2 and entering in the supine data. Alright, now we have the data in there. Once you get the data in, you hit the menu key. It's 2 below on. Then 4 for statistics. We could do stat calculations, and that would give us some summary statistics for the information, but what we want to do right now is stats tests. Alright. And then we want to select 2 sample T, that's number 4. It says data input method. We have put the data in there, so we want to use data. If we had summary statistics, we could change that to stats. Alright, but we have the data. List 1, well, I want to change that to our sitting group here. Right, and list 2, I want the supine group. And if we didn't name these, we could have named it the A and the B column. Frequency we will leave as the default one. Now it says alternative hypothesis. Here we're going to pick, are we looking for a not equal to? Do we want a greater than or less than? In this particular problem, I don't know what it asked for, so I'm going with not equal to. We will, in general, stick with this default here. For pulled, we'll go with no. The result column, C, that's the default here, that'll be fine. If it says A or B, you need to move it out of that. We don't want to write it over our data. So C, D, anything beyond C will be fine. We can shade the PU. We could, but we're not going to do that at this time. Hit OK. Alright, and here is our output. We have our test statistic, T. Our p-value is 0.406. There's our degrees of freedom. These are the 2 sample means. And these are the 2 standard deviations. Lastly, n is our sample size. I'll discuss more about this output in the problem number 3 video. Alright, so let me go back through and quickly summarize our steps here. Okay, so from the home screen, we're going to go New Document. For lists and spreadsheets. Then we enter in our particular data. It could be just one column of data, it could be a couple. Then we go Menu, 4 for Statistics, and then 4 for Stat Test, and we select our particular stat.